SIM card swap, SIM card hacking, SIM card jacking. They're all the same, and unfortunately, it is a very big issue that is drastically on the rise and can literally drain you of all your money, all your funds, all your cryptocurrency if you have any. We currently have a customer in our business, and they contacted me yesterday reaching out to see if we knew what to do. Basically, because they were victims of a SIM card swap. And they basically had their bank accounts drained of almost $30,000, just a few $100s, like $29,600 something dollars, not including the hackers taking out an $8,000 loan in their name. So basically, I don't know, $38,000 gone. Savings, checking, Navy Federal Credit Union, bank accounts, gone. Literally within less than a day. So I made a video on this. Probably 4 months ago, something like that. And I wanted to make a new video just because the hackers have gotten a little more sophisticated. These people are very smart. They just use their knowledge and their above average IQ for the wrong reasons. They can make an ungodly amount of money doing this, and the temptation is just too big for some of them to do the right thing. Now, what is a SIM card swap? A SIM card swap is basically when a hacker transfers your phone number to their phone. Now, once they transfer your phone number to their phone, they can go into your, they can download the banking apps. They can download Apple Pay. They can download all these financial apps. And then when it's time to sign in on their device with your phone number, so they'll have a phone and then they transfer your phone number to their phone. They'll say, I forgot my password or user ID. And if you have your phone number associated with whether it be Chase, Apple Pay, anything like that, any financial app that you have tied to your phone number, even your Gmail account, what they'll do, and that's typically what they do first, is they'll go sign into Gmail. And now these hackers will have a little bit of knowledge on you. They do background checks. A lot of the times they'll have your social. Again, these are the numbers that they steal are people's numbers that they already have some information to. And then they'll also, before or right after they steal your phone number, they'll go in and dig a little deeper. The more information they have on you, the better. Now, if they have your social, your address, all this stuff in your phone number, you're screwed. Because that gives them access to take basically anything. Because how they do it is they'll sign in or attempt to sign in, knowing that it's going to say you're rejected. But what they do is say, I forgot my password or my username. And if your phone number is tied to the account, your Chase, even like I said, your Gmail, what they'll either get access to your Gmail, because Gmail, if your phone number is tied into your Gmail account or your iCloud account, they can get the password to your iCloud account or Gmail account by saying, I forgot my password, and then it'll, you know how it'll send a generic or a temporary password to your phone as a text message? Boom. Well, that's how they get you. They have your phone number. So all your text messages, all your calls are going to the hacker. So they'll say, I forgot my password. It'll send them a temporary, or it'll send to you, but it's actually going to your phone number to the hacker. It'll send them a temporary password. They sign in to your Gmail. They sign in to your Chase. They sign in to your Navy Federal Credit Union. They sign in to your iCloud account. And then they can basically go in and wipe out. And what they do is once they get into your financial applications, they basically transfer everything out. What they did to our customer is they not only transferred money out, they also got her credit card numbers and all sorts of stuff, and charged thousands of dollars to some random company they probably own, or it's a shell company that they get the funds anyways. So they basically wipe out 30 grand plus take out a $8,000 loan in her name, and they transferred it to them. The hackers transferred it to themselves, or again another shell company. But they basically did 38 grand worth of damage in less than 12 hours. And they typically do it during the night. Now, a lot of the times, these people are on the other side of the world. So when we're sleeping, it's their daytime. They know that. So they do all the damage at night. Now, how do they get access to your phone number? There's two ways. They can either fish for it, I guess there's three ways. Phishing, or if it's, okay, well, here's what they do. I apologize. They can either go in. Now, this is the less likely way that they do it. But if they have a fake ID, or at least a fake ID with all your info on it, they can go into a T-Mobile, AT&T, and pretend to be you, and say, hey, I want to open a new line, or I want to start a new line, or I want to buy a new phone, but I want to transfer my phone number onto this phone. And then they do it that way. But the most common way is a data breach. So what they do is these hackers will bribe, and this is how T-Mobile had their 3 data breaches in the last 18 months. And this is specific. As time goes on, I dig into some more information, and this is specifically what happened. A group of hackers, whether it be organized crime, whatever, basically bribe, whether it be a store employee, a physical store employee, I point because there's a T-Mobile right behind me, or they bribe a call center worker. And now I've read of a couple of different stories this morning where one worker was offered a lump sum of $180,000 in cash to basically do whatever they were told, or if a hacker says, hey, I need this transfer this customer's number to X, Y, and Z's phone, or IMEI number, they would do it. So they basically bribe. And another one got bribed. I think it was $2,000 a transfer that they would transfer phone numbers. So it's basically an inside job. Now, they did this with tens of thousands of people. So this was going on for a long time, a year or two, before some of these got uncovered. So that's how they do it. It's basically an inside job. The T-Mobile employees get bribed. Hang on one second. Apologize, I'm picking up groceries for my wife, if you can tell. Okay, so don't want to make this too long, but this is very, very important. Now, are there ways? Now, after our customer explained to me what happened yesterday, I was digging into it last night, this morning, because I knew I was going to make a video about this again. Now, is it preventable? Maybe. I don't know if it's 100% preventable. However, I do know. Hang on. Thank you! I do know that if you do these 3 or 4 things, that you would make it almost preventable. Now, these hackers are looking for easy money, easy licks. Although it's for a lot of money. But the harder you make it for one of these hackers to get a hold of your phone number, the more likely they are to give up and move on to the next person. That is assuming they have a lot of your information already. And even if they don't, again, they're looking for quick stuff. And once they get a hold of your phone number, they know that you're eventually going to figure it out. You're eventually going to go into a store or call T-Mobile or AT&T and eventually figure out what happened. So they basically have 18 hours on average to get this stuff going. So now that's once they get your number, assuming they have your phone number. Now, to prevent them from getting your phone number, to prevent them from getting your phone number in the first place. There's a couple of things, very, very, very critical things, and my family went through this last night. After hearing what our customer said, I said, all right, we need to check everything, because chances are, I mean, look, there's so many people in the world, chances are nothing's going to happen. However, a lot of these hackers are not in the U.S. A lot of these hackers are in India. A lot of these hackers are in Nigeria, all over the world, really. I'm not just singling those countries out. I'm just saying they're not in America, but they target Americans because they know how vulnerable we are, right? A lot of people are just, they don't know anything. Like my parents, I've asked them before, do you know what a SIM swap is or anything? So, or my grandparent, it's just a lot of people don't know. So here's a couple of things you can do, and please share this. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'm going to list the steps in the description box of what you need to do. And they're pretty easy. It's nothing very hard. It just takes a few minutes and you're basically covered. So, now, the first way, one of the ways that they get to you is, one of the first steps for them is to phish your Gmail account. Or if they have your phone number, what they do is try to get access to your Gmail account. So, the very first step is disconnect your phone number from your Gmail account. When you sign up for a Gmail account, or when you sign into a new phone, when you sign into Gmail or iCloud, it'll ask you, they'll try to push you to sign up your Gmail account with your phone number. However, do not do it. And both of ours, my wife and I's, our phone numbers were associated with our Gmail accounts. And last night we disconnected them. So, for Android users, go to your settings app, and then go to, where is it? Go to your settings app, open that up, and then up at the top, where the search bar is, just search for accounts. And then it'll pull up passwords and accounts. And then it pulls up all your Gmail accounts that you have signed into this device. So what you want to do is click that Gmail account, and you'll want to click on Google account. And then once you click on Google account, if you scroll over to personal info, you'll see right there where your phone number is. Now, if you click on your phone number, it'll say disconnect. You hit disconnect, it'll ask you, are you sure? Do you want to disconnect? Yes. Disconnect your phone number from your Google account. And if you absolutely have to have one, go get a voice over VoIP phone number, meaning not a T-Mobile phone number, not an AT&T phone number. Get a Google Voice phone number. That's all over, it's basically a phone number that's over the internet. Now, there's differences between a T-Mobile phone number and a voice over internet provider phone number, but it's too long to get into. But just trust me, if you absolutely have to have a phone number, get a download the Google Voice app. It'll give you a free phone number, and you can tie in a phone number that way. The second step is, now, speaking of Gmail, get one of these. It is a Titan security chip. You see it? It's just a security chip. It's a USB Type-C. Because the reason why you want to disconnect your phone number from your Gmail account is to separate the two-factor authentication. Yes. You want to disconnect the 2FA from your Gmail account. So, because that's how they get access to a lot of your stuff. Is they can go into Google, say I forgot my password, and then the Google will text message you a temporary password. They get that password, they get into your Gmail account, and it's downhill from there. So, disconnect your phone number from your Gmail account. Get one of these. You can get one on Amazon. You can get one on just Google Titan security key. Google search, quote unquote, Google Titan security key. Now you can buy these on the Google website for like $20-$30 a pop, and Amazon sells some other third-party ones for like $15-$20 a pop. This you can only sign into your Gmail account if you physically have this key. Because let's say I get this phone brand new, my Pixel, and I sign into my Gmail account, I just got a new computer and it asked me the same thing. So I love this. You cannot sign in. So a hacker absolutely cannot. If you have your phone number disconnected from your Gmail account and you have this, they cannot sign into your Gmail account anywhere in the world without this physical key right here. Because what's gonna happen is Google's gonna ask you once you try to sign in, they're gonna say, okay, please plug in your security key. So I just take this and then plug it right in here. Boop. And then it'll read it for a few seconds and it'll let you through. So that's another way you can keep your Gmail account very secure, because everything's tied through Gmail. At least for me it is, or your iCloud. I think Apple I think Apple now has the security key access as well. So if you're an iPhone user, disconnect, if you can, your iCloud account from your phone number and get a security key. Now you can put as many Gmail accounts as you want on here. However, you don't want to put a ton of them, but we have this key. We also have a backup key. This key will sign into all of the devices in our home. Phones, even your laptops. If you have a USB plug-in port in your laptop, it'll work there. If you have a tablet, it'll work there. So we have all of our accounts signed up with this one key and a spare key at home. So nobody can access our accounts without this. Second, or third of all, remove your phone number, get a key for your Gmail account. Third of all is go to your carrier. Your carrier, even though they're the ones doing it, or at least letting their employees do it, sign up for each carrier has a different term or what they call it. But you can basically put on a special password that you give the representative, whether it's in the store or over the phone, a certain, whatever, 4, 5, 6-digit password. So if you do make any changes, if you do get a new line, and they also have SIM, I forgot the name of it because all of them are different, but basically if you do change your SIM card or change your phone number, you have to have this 6-digit PIN. Now it should be standard, it should be automatically enrolled in with every customer, but it's not. You have to go there and request it. So I think you can do it over the phone. I know for sure you can do it in the store. So that's the third step. The fourth step, which should really hinder things for these hackers, is put a SIM card PIN on your device. Now, we have Android in our home. I don't know if Apple allows this, but they might. Actually, I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe they do. Put a SIM card PIN in your phone. And I found out this morning it does work for physical SIMs and eSIMs. If you change whether you take out a SIM or whether you remove a SIM from your device, whether it be a physical SIM that you take out or an eSIM that you delete or change, that you take off your device, whether it be physical or eSIM, or whether you add it, a physical SIM or an eSIM, you have to have a PIN code, a 4-digit PIN code, to remove a SIM card from your device. Now, each SIM card, I'm talking about each little card, has an EID number. It's basically a SIM card serial number. And that's how the carriers tie a physical SIM or a electronic SIM, eSIM, to a specific device. If that EID number on a physical SIM or an eSIM changes, whether you add one or you take one off your device, you have to put in a PIN code, a physical PIN code. It's a local code. It's not stored in the cloud. It's not stored in the carriers. It's stored on your device. Now, not only does it ask you for a PIN when you change the SIM card, it also asks you for your PIN whenever you restart your device. Watch this. I did this last night. So I'm going to restart my device, right? So it's restarting. I'm going to show you what it looks like. We set these up on all our devices last night. My wife had it done on hers, I think a few months ago. And I don't think I ever set mine or my daughter ever set hers, but now we got them on on all of our devices. So the phone is restarting, and then watch this. See that? That's the SIM PIN. It says, enter your SIM PIN. Yep, see I have Mint Mobile. It says on this phone. It says enter your SIM PIN. So it'll ask you for the SIM pin even if you restart your device, which is good. But it'll also ask it if you try to remove your SIM or a phone number from here, or you add a SIM or a phone number to this device. So I'm gonna enter my pin. See, it's asking for it, and I just restarted my device. See, it says unlocking SIM. There you go, and now it works. So these four steps will drastically hinder a hacker's chance and probability of getting a hold of your phone number and then getting access to your Gmail and then getting access to your banking apps and your cryptocurrency apps, all that stuff. It's such a pain in the butt, pain in the ass, you know, and it's a horrible feeling when literally you have no money. Like, you can't even buy anything to eat, you can't even pay your rent. You know, it's one of those feelings. So just those, I don't know what, 4 steps, and there may be a 5th. I think I'm forgetting one. Those are the 4 main steps. But if I do find, I think there's a 5th step, I'm going to put it in the comment box. I'm definitely going to list those 4 in the comment, not in the comment box, in the description box. And if I can remember that last one, I know those are the 4 most important. If you can do these 4 steps, then it only takes, now look, you do have to call T-Mobile or AT&T or your carrier to get a, I think it's called it's not the SIM pin, it's the, just call them and ask for, you want to set a PIN code for account security. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. They'll set that up for you. Now, calling them may take a few extra minutes, but minus that, the 3 that I said we don't have to contact your carrier, that only take a few minutes. So within 15-20 minutes, you could have you and your whole family covered. Do it all at once with everybody's device. Makes it easier, makes it faster, and you'll be covered from the SIM card swap. So if you have any questions, please ask in the comment section, and I would be more than happy to answer. And if I don't know the answer, I promise I'll look it up and find it for you. So we're pretty knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. So just wanted to put that out there. It's a very scary thing. However, if you do those 4, maybe 5 steps that I described, I think you'll probably be covered at 95%. I'm not going to say guaranteed. They're never going to get a hold of your stuff. It's probably a long stretch, but I guarantee you, the majority of them are just going to give up, move on to the next person. So do those steps, and hopefully you'll be covered. Just trying to look out for y'all. So please subscribe to the channel. Share this with your parents, with your brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, especially anybody over 40. A lot of these, and it's nothing against them. I'm just saying it's just newer hacks, newer technologies that these bad guys are using. So you just want to make sure everybody's aware of what's going on and how to protect yourself so this doesn't happen to you. 15-20 minutes of setting your accounts up so you can't get SIM swapped is going to save you an ungodly amount of time dealing with this, trying to get your money back, because it's almost impossible. So I do appreciate your time, and I'll check y'all later. Peace.